Well, hello. You find me here at home in our flat just up the hill from Community House. After a lovely sunny winter's day when members of the Corps got out for a bit of a walk together. Beautiful, but as I speak, I'm aware that Southern California is burning. Literally the woods around Los Angeles. And there's a great deal else that seems to be going up in smoke, isn't there? With climate change and shooting wars, culture wars, democracy itself, institutions we may have wanted to trust, health service, education service, religion. So much seems to be smouldering or even ablaze at the moment. A place like Othona may be somewhere that we can find solidarity in troubled times like these. And that is what community is about, whether you're visiting in person or keeping in touch through the newsletter or other means, a way to share fellowship and gratitude and hope. And I know that often coming to visit us means a welcome break from daily news and other worries. But community can't just be about escapism or nostalgia. Othona was founded immediately after the Second World War with a strong urge towards reconciliation between people who'd been enemies until just recently. And to be true to that impulse today means that we do try to engage thoughtfully and constructively with today's troubled world. Now, we can do that in various ways. I'm thinking of a couple of the things coming up in our program in February which illustrate it. Perhaps you just need a personal spiritual boost. Something like our Quiet Week formula is great for that. We have a lovely retreat leader running our Quiet Week this February, Nikki Temple, and her theme is rediscovering joy. I think joy is a really important word at a time like this. So if that's what you need, don't miss out on it. Quiet Week in February. But there's also a more global perspective. I've been banging on a bit in recent weeks about a book called Life After Doom by the American author Brian McLaren. I ran a 13-week Zoomed book group about it in the autumn, and quite a lot of Othona people took part in that. And that was a powerful experience for me, and I know for many of them. The book is a remarkable attempt to look at our fears, some of our worst fears about where the world is going, to see as much of a whole picture as we can, and to consider how we can live well, even if humanity is going to carry on its ecocidal and frankly suicidal trajectory. How we can live well and hopefully with each other in the shadow of doom. And In the Shadow of Doom is the title of a weekend that I'm going to be co-leading about that at the end of February. Be co-facilitating with Helen Carter. And in case you're thinking that it's going to be all about sitting around saying, "In it awful," doom and gloom, that's not what the weekend's going to be. We are going to consider this really important book, I think the most important one I've read for a long time. But we'll be doing so in constructive and creative ways as well. Even down to playing games like this one, maybe. Because human beings aren't all just about thinking. We experience the world in other ways, not just through rational thought. So if these things speak to you, do please think about taking up one of the remaining places on In the Shadow of Doom. We are really expecting it to be a powerful experience together, an exploration. And of course it'll give you the incentive. You'll need to read the book in advance, a rather special book. Later in the year, I expect I'll probably return to the topic of how Othona can be relevant, generative, fruitful in this rapidly changing culture and environment. I wonder what you think about that. But this is enough for today. Thank you for continuing with our newsletter. Don't have to read it every week, but or every time it comes out. But it's great to know that people are wanting to stay in touch in this way. And belatedly, a Happy New Year.